everything you've ever wanted, and it's all yours. And you can have it all by yourself if you want. That's the Nine of Pentacles. And oh, I'm just so glad to be here after the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords, I know it's a tough card. Thanks for being here. So let's relieve that tension with some sweetness. The Nine of Cups is one of my top 5 favorite cards in the tarot deck. It is wealth and comfort and independence and freedom. Very, this is a fabulous new appliance, but very traditional depictions of the Nine of Pentacles show a woman in an abundant garden with a blue bird of happiness, or a bird in general. So the bird representing luck and happiness. Usually the garden has 9 pentacles growing in it, suggesting money literally grows on trees. A very charming depiction, the Knight of Pentacles, because it is about abundance and rest, right? Pause and savor the results of your success. Real wealth, real abundance, and real independence. And oh, okay. A way that this card distinguishes itself from other cards of wealth and or romance in the deck is that this card is a card of independent wealth. The person in this card, you will notice, is not a part of a couple. This is someone who can absolutely take care of herself or himself, of course, right? But for all intents and purposes, tarot is genderless, and it's just about an expression of energy, personality. But yeah, the the person with the Nine of Pentacles not only has everything they need, they have it abundantly, and they have it by themselves, right? So they don't require dependence on someone else in order to have a lush and expansive experience. It means they wake up and they're not sharing a bed, and they're going downstairs and the kitchen is the condition it was when they went upstairs, and their house is in the state it was when they went to bed, and everything's, just what they want it to be, right? Someone who likes living alone, someone who doesn't want to be partnered but wants to thrive. Yes, like this is a dream card for an outcome or a new energy or anything like that. In fact, I would argue, even for us partnered people, right, that this is a dream card for anybody, because we all want to feel like no matter what, we're not with someone because we're dependent on them. We want to be with people because we love them and enjoy their company, right? And we want to have our own means and our own freedom and our own ability to take care of ourselves. And that's really important. And the Nine of Pentacles reminds us that we're perfectly capable of providing for ourselves amply in a way that allows us to reach out towards other people, not coming from a place of desperation. That's ideal. I mean, God bless the child that's got its own, right? To quote Billie Holiday, a goddess. And this is my favorite card. Like when this shows up in a spread for me, I'm like, woo, yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's food in the fridge, and you have what you need, and there's flowers in the garden, and you get to do what you want, and you get paid to exist, right? So varying degrees of getting paid to exist would be a great way to define this card. And that seems like a pipe dream for many, many people, of course, especially in our current dystopia and where I am, America, the United States thereof. But it happens. And there's all sorts of creative and interesting ways to make it happen. Why not for you, right? That's what this card is. You pulled it off. If you're working part-time or for pleasure. You know, you might have, I don't know, inherited money. You might, I don't know, have a very uh impressive divorce. You know, you do you, pudding cake. I ain't judging. I'm just the witch reading the cards. But yeah, this is the card of the person who has to explain themselves to no one ever again. Who doesn't love that? Right? Right. Also, right. In every context that it comes in, it suggests that you are compensated more than you expected. That everybody has what they need. So, like in a love spread, it can definitely suggest that both of you have your own, right? Both of you have your own material abundance. So nobody is coming from a place of a bad power dynamic. Okay. And let's see, what else? What else should we say? In a spread about health, of course, it is abundant good health. I don't believe that you should read tarot for health for anybody else. You should see a doctor. But a specialist of any sort for anything having to do. But for yourself, just to give you an idea before you go to the doctor or things like that, blah blah blah. This is a card, especially if this card shows up with the Temperance card, you're going to be just fine. You're going to heal up just fine. In fact, the Temperance card plus this card in a spread, ugh, bliss. Bliss. I mean, it's like you've jumped timelines and you're having a totally different experience than all the rest of us. So I'm going to jump with you. Hold on to your knickers. All right. That's it, darling. That's what I've got. That's it for the 9s, and we move on to the 10s. Again, half and half dark, half light. We'll see you there. Bye for now.